You know, where do you go to find authentic Italian food? Well, you can look up and down your street and probably find a few establishments that say they're authentic, but are they really? I've taken upon myself to find 2 authentic restaurants that are serving up authentic Italian food. We're going to visit with one restaurant called Al Strada with Chef Michael Schlow. We're going to step inside and taste the chef's wonderful creations and explore the regions of Italy on Taste This. Mike, how's it going?
What's going on, Joe? I hope you brought your appetite.
I did. I'm starving, and you know, when I want great, authentic Italian food, I come to Michael Schlow.
Well, thank you. We have some delicious recipes for you today. You're going to help me in the kitchen, though, right?
Okay, I will definitely help.
All right, let's get cooking. Come on.
Okay, so we're here with Michael Schlow now, getting ready to do your famous ravioli dish.
I don't know if they're famous yet, Joe, but hopefully you'll make them famous.
Anything you touch, Mike, is definitely famous in my book.
Well, that's very nice of you. This is a super simple dish. They're homemade ravioli, stuffed with a little bit of ricotta cheese. We're going to do a little burro salvia, brown butter and sage. But I like to add a couple other ingredients, some homemade pancetta and some tomato as well. So I'm going to show you. It's super, super simple dish.
Now, you mentioned the homemade pancetta. Is that something everyone can do? How many days does that take to kind of cure?
Well, it's only an 8-day salt cure. I might recommend you start off with a store-bought, and then work your way up to this. Taste it, get a feel for the texture, and then you can try it at home. And what we do is we take a pork belly, if you can find a pork belly at the supermarket, and then we salt cure it. We wrap it in cheesecloth, and we hang it for 8 days.
Excellent.
And it's very, very easy to do. While I'm doing this, why don't you drop 7 or 8 of those homemade raviolis
Absolutely. These
into
are
the
beautiful.
water. As you know, very important to have boiling water, salted boiling water, and lots of it.
Exactly.
If you don't have boiling water, you're going to end up with starchy pasta.
Now, do you put semolina, a little semolina flour?
Depends on the type of pasta that we're using. We actually have about 3 or 4 different types of pasta dough that we'll make. That one has some semolina in it.
Right.
So I'm going to put a few tomatoes in this.
Right.
And a little pinch of sage. And as that butter gets brown, it's going to get a little nuttiness to it also.
Nice.
I'm going to add just a little tiny drop of vegetable stock.
Boy, I really smell that sage coming on.
A little fire for flair.
You gotta have it.
And this sauce is so simple to do. A little bit of this cooked pancetta.
And that'll help release some of the oils and fats in there.
Absolutely. Well, I like to store it in the fat. After you've cooked it, and it's already been diced, we cook it in the fat. And you just leave a little bit of that fat on there because that's got some great flavor.
It really releases nicely. You know, you said simplicity. This is a simple dish. It looks fabulous.
Well, what could be bad about sage, bacon, tomato, and homemade pasta?
Exactly.
We're going to finish it off with a little bit of Parmesan cheese when these ravioli come out. And the ravioli take about 4 minutes or so, no more. Once they start to float, I let them sit for about another 30 seconds or so in the pasta water, and then we're going to strain them out. This is a great thing to buy for home. I mean, if you're making multiple pastas, if you have different, kids that like different shapes at home, you can be making 3 or 4 different kinds at the same time.
Yeah. Do you get into that? Crazy shapes and stuff like that?
No, I mean, there's a few that I like to bring in that maybe people haven't seen before, like mal tagliati, which means badly cut. That's always a fun one for kids, because nothing matches, and it's a great pasta for lots of different sauces.
I have to be honest with you. I thought that me coming here today, you would have a J for Joe as a ravioli, but I'm a bit disappointed.
Okay, so just lightly toss this together. And the trick to good pasta is not a lot of sauce. There should be just a little bit of sauce. I'll put a little bit of salt and pepper in this. Now, not too much salt to get the pancetta. And a little tiny bit of crushed red pepper. Some chopped parsley.
I notice you're set up with all your little condiments that you need.
I do it at home too, to be honest with you. It's the best way to cook at home.
Yeah.
And so the pasta should just be nice and lightly glazed with the sauce. It shouldn't be sitting in a ton of sauce.
I agree.
And then just put it in the bowl. As I said, this could not be any easier.
Wow, that looks delicious.
And you have a really fast dish. And you know what? Ravioli freeze really nicely, as long as there's no seafood in them. But like a cheese ravioli, which is this one.
Could just stick it in the freezer, right?
Absolutely, and they last for a good long time.
And this dish is on the menu here?
This is always on the menu. And I serve this at a bunch of different restaurants because it's so delicious. A little Parmesan over the top.